Hey guys, I thought I would attempt to make a video once kind of explaining what I'm doing with my Honda 400EX right there. I've made, or I've uploaded a couple of clips of me doing stuff, just random things. But I thought I should make a video to actually kind of explain like what I'm doing with it. Uh, there she is. Um, so currently, these are my headlights. They're just pretty sick. Yeah. Got them off a Wish. They're just halos that I glued on there. Wired them in to the key, obviously. So they're always on whenever the key's on. So basically, I bought the thing probably 2 years ago. I have about $2,100 in it so far. I bought it for $800. I think it was like 2 years ago. And at the time, it was in pretty bad condition. I don't really have any videos or pictures of it. Let alone do I know how to put them into a video. But so it didn't, well, it ran pretty good, actually really good. It just didn't start very well. The starter solenoid, or no, not starter solenoid, I'm not sure. Some of the electronics were um, either missing or broken, but yeah, the guy had a bolt that he just kind of stuck back in this hole here, and then he would just pull the bolt out and go down to the thing here that I have wrapped in the plastic right now, so you can't even really see it. But there's two bolts on there that connect when you turn the key, so he would just hold the bolt across that and start it like that. So that's what I had to do the first couple of times. But yeah, this was already done. Just a bunch of holes in the airbox instead of taking the whole thing off. Keeps a little bit of dirt and water and stuff coming out of there, and I'm pretty sure the airflow isn't much different. There's a Canon air filter in there, Canon pre-filter as well. And right now, well, it had I'm not sure what it even had on it. I think it was an FMF exhaust, which I blew apart one time up at the coal mines. As you can see, the welds just blew right off of that piece right there. So that I somehow managed to save. I'm surprised it didn't fall off. So right now I'm running a Big Gun Eva R exhaust. I really like this thing. It's extremely loud. I'm not sure if it muffles anything at all. There's also an FMF Powerbomb exhaust or headers on there. And I'm running the OEM carburetor right now with a 168 Pro X Racing main jet in it and a 40 idle, I believe. When I got it, it had a 170 and a 38, which yeah, I'm not sure. I just changed it due to some of the other stuff I did. And currently, after the last build I had, it was the spark plug was turning black, so I decided to go with that. Yeah, I got these new front tires, which are awesome. The other ones I had, I wish I still had them just to show you, but they were shot. I got these in the back, the paddle tires. They were for the snow, which we don't have any of right now, so I'll probably end up putting these mud lights back on today. Excuse the Bud Light or the Miller Light. There was one of the older mud lights, but yeah. And there's also some new what do you call these? Nerf bars. Yeah, there's some new Nerf bars in that box there, but I just didn't put them on yet. These are rather broken. Right there, it's broken, but I welded a rod inside there, so it's good for now, but I'll probably end up switching that at some point. This, I had a bar on here that was a lot smaller. You can actually see where it broke off. Right there. I mean, I welded it on the frame. I'm not sure why I was so stupid, but I did, and what in the world? That looks like a dent on camera. And yeah, either way, I did way too many wheelies, and it came out farther than this one here, so I couldn't even set my bike up on the, or I couldn't even set it up, yeah, upright to like work on the steering or the belly plate or anything. So with this one, well, yeah, and either way, that one ended up breaking off because I did too many wheelies, and I actually took a tongue or two on it. So that I just made this new one. You can actually see I put 3 different kinds of metal inside that. There's a round one, there's one kind of halfway around, and then this main one here. So I don't think it's going anywhere. I put all the metals in before I bent it, and then I bent it and cut it, and yeah, shit welded it and clear coated it. Got that non-IM light back there. So that actually has this little green button here, switches through different moods, like 20 different moods of flashing and different stuff, but that's what I have it on for now. This bottom switch doesn't do anything anymore. It used to run this light, but it was just temporary. Now there's just still a button there. This one turns on a small USB. There's 2 USB plugs in there if you open that up, and also a battery gauge to show how full my battery is, so I can switch that on with this right here. That's definitely not OEM as well. That was missing, so I just jimmy rigged this thing. There's a bolt in the bottom, and then this hook here. I can actually, it's pretty tight, but I can unhook that and work on the battery if I need to. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it for now. As far as performance, I'm running a stage 2 right now, but yeah, I want to explain some of that yet. There's 450R shocks. Got them from a dude on eBay. He said they're off at 450. They're supposed to be brand new. Got that steering stem stabilizer. I forget what kind it is. I googled it. It was like 140 bucks. I don't know what it's. I mean, I guess it's supposed to stabilize your. There it is, denting. I guess it's supposed to stabilize your steering, but this one's actually quite shot. So yeah. So as far as the engine, when I got it, it had kind of a bad knocking, clicking noise, and I actually have a video up of that. It's like the first video I put on this channel of the clicking. It was very noticeable. Just recently watched it to kind of see how bad it actually was. That ended up being the rockers and the old cam. They had worn down quite a bit. I could actually pull that out and go through that a little bit. And yeah, I could not figure out what that knocking was until finally I rebuilt it. You can see there's a crappy camera, but you can kind of see the cam has worn down. Not sure why that's so blurry. Maybe I'll try to clean my camera. Alright. But yeah, I don't know, you can't really see that, but so this is the stage 1 that I put in without the decomp on it, and this one wore down even farther. You can see that pretty good. So, but yeah, I have a stage 2 in it now with the decomp back on it. Yeah, I'm not sure what was creating the, or yeah, I'm not sure if I was, why they were wearing down like that. The rockers are pretty worn down as well. That's in here as well. There's one of them. It's not terrible. This one is absolutely horrible. So that was what was creating that. So I did that. So yeah, the first time I rebuilt it, I put this niche kit on it. There's a niche head, which I'm using right now, or a cylinder, which is what I'm using now. I had this niche piston in it, and it ended up, I ran it out of oil, and it ended up scoring the piston a little bit. So I kind of, I don't know, it might have been fine. I just wasn't sure. So I just put an OEM piston back in there. I'm sure it's better than niche anyway. And yeah, I put new valves in it, a new head actually. So right now I'm running the niche cylinder, no name head, and the OEM carburetor and the OEM piston. And then I also have niche valves and a niche gasket kit. So I'm running a lot of cheap stuff, which is kind of why I was like, I should document this in case anyone wants to try it or is curious about it, because you know it's a huge money saver if it is worth it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It might have just been because there was some cheap parts in there, but you know, at some point it wore down. Ended up being the rockers. Maybe it was just worn. And it runs great now. It's got a stage 2 cam, also off of eBay. I have no idea what kind it is. So I'm just gonna, yeah, it runs decent. Like I said, I'm just gonna run it and see what happens. See if it holds up. So far, it hasn't really. I've rebuilt it 2 or 3 times in the last couple of years, at least 2 years. So 2 or 3 times in the last 2 years. And I'm planning another rebuild with using everything Wiska or Wiska, however you say that. And I'll probably put a high compression piston in. As long as the cam holds up, I'll keep using that until that wears out. I get a hot cams. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying stuff out. It's, you know, it's not terrible. It's not like I don't get my use out of it. I take it to coal mines and beat the crap out of it. Oh, never mind that flat tire. Anyone has suggestions on how to keep a tire blown up? This one I just got the tires put on the rims, and I don't think it seated quite right or whatever. Yeah, it just keeps going flat. So I have to try and maybe blow that back up to seating pressure, which is 30 pounds. Sounds extremely scary, but yeah, I might have to do that. But yeah, I actually took this thing to the garage. And this was before my last rebuild, because I could not figure out what was wrong with it. And they quoted me at $3,800, which I just bought all the parts on eBay and Amazon then for like $500, which is, yeah, that's all the cheap versions of it. I ended up actually redoing the swing arm. They said something about $700 to do the swing arm because the bearings were completely shot. But I ended up buying a $40 all balls bearing kit, and she is tight as she could be. I mean, I'm not sure where they got $700 from, but dealerships, you know. Anything else? Yeah, I'm gonna try and let you guys know kind of how it goes, how long it lasted and stuff. I actually got some new handlebars as well because of rolling. I bent the crap out of those. So yeah, I'm gonna just see what happens here. I'm probably gonna end up spending another. So I'm 2,100 in now. So I'm probably gonna end up spending another 500 or 600 next year because I'm planning on putting a crank on as well. And because yeah, that had a little bit of play. So yeah, yeah, let me know what else you guys want to know about, if there's anything else. And I think I covered everything so far. So yeah, all right, thanks for watching, and yeah, feel free to comment. So I'll see you.